Start.
Okay, guys. Today I'm going to discuss with you the curious discovery of neurological science. That is what is known as a mirror neuron. See, neurons are actually nerve cells which are responsible for perception and stimulus transfer. They are connected through axons, dendrites, etc. I'm not getting into the technicalities. But I would like to tell you something about mirror neurons. See, these neurons are responsible for a particular kind of feeling called empathy. See, I would like to tell you what is the difference between sympathy and empathy. When you see a person who is suffering, if you feel a wave of kindness or concern towards him, you can call it sympathy. But if you feel the pain of that person or the suffering of that person as if you are the one who is suffering, it is called empathy. So, very few people in this world are blessed with empathy. Some of us are blessed with sympathy. Most of us have neither sympathy nor empathy. That is why the world is so cruel and feelingless. Now, this discovery of mirror neurons is actually a revelation which led to so many other allied findings in the world of psychology. Slides, please. Okay, guys. Normal neurons actually reflect what is outside. In the sense, let's say an accident scene. The normal neurons actually perceive and record the accident scene. The mirror neurons, what they do is they are actually facing like a mirror, they are facing inside. Or in other words, they are facing you or the owner of the neuron. So what happens is when mirror neurons are at work, you see an accident, you feel the pain of the victims of the accident. Sometimes you can even, most of the time, you feel the mental trauma of the victims of the accident the same way as the victims feel, in the same intensity. And sometimes you can even feel the physical pain of the accident victims with the same intensity. Now, the research into this field led to the finding of mirror neurons. What it does is, it actually, like a mirror, places you at the spot of the accident, in the position of the victim, and you get the full impact of the psychological and physical trauma of the accident victim. In Bible, there is a mention that very few of us are capable of empathy. Modern medical science also concurs that very few of us have enough mirror neurons to feel this strange kind of feeling called empathy. Next slide, please. So when you have mirror neurons, you feel exactly like the other person. You feel his pain, you feel his happiness. It's unlike sympathy. Sympathy is like an outsider trying to feel a concern towards someone. Next slide, please. So, the feeling of empathy is due to mirror neurons, as we all know by now. Even the extrasensory perception is due to mirror neurons. See, for example, when someone is picking up a knife, it can be for a constructive purpose or a destructive purpose. It can be for chopping vegetables or stabbing you. Those who are blessed with mirror neurons have a kind of extrasensory perception. That is, they are able to understand why he is picking up the knife. Even before his body language, gestures, facial expressions reveal that he is going to stab you, those with mirror neurons are able to understand the intention of that person who is picking up the knife, so much so that they can take precautions. So these mirror neurons are actually the blessing that some people have, which makes them feel empathy towards others, feel exactly the suffering of others. In fact, most of the prophets and divine spiritual people are all blessed with more mirror neurons. And when you have these neurons, you have not only empathy, you have an extraordinary sense called ESP, extrasensory perception, wherein you are able to read the mind of the other person and be ready for his act, to face his actions. So this is a double-edged sword. It can help you feel empathy. At the same time, it helps you understand what is in the mind of the other guy, even before he acts. So that's the power of mirror neurons. Back to me.
Done.
Okay, guys. So if you have mirror neurons, you can not only feel empathy, feel the pain of others, so you are more likely to be a humanitarian, magnanimous person who is able to understand the suffering of others. The presence of mirror neurons also empower you to feel, in a way, in a mysterious way, what exactly is going to be the action of the other guy. So they are also blessed with some kind of sixth sense or extrasensory perception, which enables them to understand the intentions of the other person, which would actually make their life much safer than those without mirror neurons. Thank you very much.